Last time on Quest for Glory, we got into the main quest finally.
Yeah, the real
This is
meat.
exactly what happened.
The real meat and potatoes of it.
We arrested a guy, and
That's
then
right.
we got money, and
That's
then now
right.
we can do a thing.
That's right. Hi, this is A+. I'm Nathaniel, and I'm here with my good friend Christian.
That's me. I'm also here.
We're playing an amazing old PC game from 1998 called Quest for Glory 5 Dragonfire. It's a point-and-click adventure game.
I've been transported back to the 90s.
Which was an incredibly fundamental aspect of my childhood. I think I was 10 the first time I played this, so it was one of the first games I finished myself. The first PC game I ever finished was Knights of the Old Republic, but this was up there as well. And I grew up on PC gaming. We always had a Nintendo console or something in the house, but we were always big PC lads in our house. So
yeah.
And you can see our guy's pretty rocking. This is actually an incredible unique feature of this game, where it's a 5-game series, obviously, and at the end of each game you can import your character and all of their stats and items and spells and everything into the following game.
We talked about that last time.
Yes, but just a reminder in case someone is jumping into episode 4 for some reason.
No. Don't give them an out, man. Don't be nice. Go watch those other episodes.
Okay, for everything else, go watch the other episodes. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
They're the ones that are missing out.
That's right. We're in the thick of the Rite of Freedom, the first of 7 rights of rulership. We freed one of the fishing villages.
It feels good. It felt good to do that.
Yeah. We have a few more to go. And I want to apologize to you, Christian, because last episode I misspoke about something that my brother harshly reprimanded me on. I'm just kidding. He didn't harshly reprimand me on. But I mentioned last time that it's impossible to beat Gort to winning this particular rite, and that's actually not true at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can beat Gort to it, but you have to be obscenely fast. You have to do all of the villages in a single day, which is definitely doable, but very difficult. So it's not something I've ever done because I usually take it at a more leisurely stroll. But I do want to correct that fact. You can beat Gort. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So wait, we can do it?
Well, it's already been more than a day, so...
Well, yes, but I'm saying it would have been possible.
It would have been possible, yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah.
We missed our chance. Next time.
Yeah. The other option is to go to the village that Gort pledged to clear out first, and then he'll show up and not have anything to do. Which
Gort is
so he's the Frankenstein
not worth
monster.
Our time.
Gort's the Frankenstein-looking monster.
Yes. I don't think it's in here.
No, definitely not.
You gotta get out of here.
As we established last time, you win the moment you find the little vigil. So it's really not worth our time to kill every single guy. Like, it's not even in here, so we're actually just... Well, actually, I'll just kill everyone, so that I can heal.
Alright. Let's do it. Nathaniel.
Yeah.
I've been exploring... I saw this video by a YouTuber that was very intriguing to me.
Oh, yeah.
I think you would actually also be intrigued by... Oh boy. By the video too. It's all about fan edits of movies to be edited differently, or some aspect of them has been changed. It's a whole there's a website dedicated to fan edits, and they don't upload the movies. You for the most part have to like request from the editor themselves for them to send you the video. So it's a really interesting website, and I think you might get a kick out of it because there's some interesting edits on there.
Cool.
One of them.
I was going to mention my brother recently got a fan edit of the Hobbit movie, which I think he's actively watching. So.
Is it the edit where they edit it into 2 movies?
Yes. Yes,
okay, so that's one of them from that website.
Oh, cool. Okay. Neat.
But my dad actually showed me the video. He was like, you gotta check this out. So my dad showed me this thing, and I immediately thought of you because he was showing me one example in this YouTube video. That was the movie Planet of the Apes, like the original Planet of the Apes movie.
Yes.
Edited to look like an episode of, like, edited shorter in like 21 minutes or whatever, to be an episode of The Twilight Zone.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. And I want to get the video and or at least get you access to it so that you can watch it, and I want your take on it as an episode.
That's incredible. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, I have a podcast series called The Signpost Up Ahead where I review The Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
And
it's fascinating. It's so fascinating.
And that's very special to me. I have mentioned before Rod Serling is one of my chief inspirations as a writer. Mm-hmm. And do you know that Rod Serling co-wrote The Planet of the Apes?
Yes.
So, the teleplay, anyways. Didn't write the book. But...
I think to edit it shorter and make it into its own sort of thing for that sort of setting was really interesting with that aspect in mind. You know?
Yeah. That's really interesting. That must have taken a lot of effort.
I'm sure it did.
There's a lot going on in that movie.
Speaking of The Hobbit that you mentioned earlier, actually, I, at one point, I think it was 5 years ago, took it upon myself. I downloaded the movies and I started editing them into one movie, so it could be like one book. Nice. I ended up abandoning the edit, though, at one point, because I was over it.
Right. That sounds like a lot of fun. I've always wanted to do that with someone who's a little bit more movie savvy than I am. Do like an
Well, you've got me.
So that's true. I do. I think this might be the building.
I don't know. Doesn't seem like it.
Force the door open. There we go. Gotten a lot of loot from these guys. There we go. This was Paros. The other problem with this game, in my opinion, is that there's no indication of which village is which. So, like, they don't tell you, like, oh yes, go and defend blah 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 village. By the way, its sigil is this. It just shows you the sigil. So.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah, I think somewhere you find out which village is which or whatever, but I don't
Take it all, baby.
Oh yeah, always. There's really, unless you're literally can't carry anymore.
Over-encumbered,
unless you're literally over-encumbered, there's never any reason not to take everything. Because,
look at your strength.
Yeah, look at that.
Holy.
We're pumping serious iron here. So that's 2 villages down.
Here we go. Only 5 more?
3 more now, because we've already done
3 more.
Another one yet last episode.
7 more trials, that's right. Okay.
Yes. There's 7 rights of rulership. This is the rights of freedom. Now I have to figure out how to get over. I guess I could dismiss the magnet away.
So I'm going to break the 4th wall for the viewers. I'm going to talk about how I just finished the intro for the show.
Oh!
Like months later.
Yeah,
I just did the visuals and the music.
Yeah.
Music, quote unquote, the sound for the intro and outro sort of screen.
Yeah. I mean, by the time people are watching this episode, of course, we'll be world famous, and you know.
Yeah, I finished the intro. I'm really happy with the practical effect that I did for it.
Right.
I had to do a
Nice.
bit of editing on it and color correction, but I also, what I did, Nathaniel, and I didn't show you this, was I made different colored versions for each,
Oh.
for like, just like, no reason except just to do it.
Okay.
Like there's like a blue one, a green one, a red one, a purple one.
What blew my mind, honestly, was that you told me later it wasn't digital. Like it was all like
It's
on a background.
it's
That's
all
crazy.
practical.
Yeah.
What I did was I took a very dark board.
Oh.
I cut the lettering out of it. Put a sheet of really shallow paper, and I put 2 lights. One of them was neon and the other one halogen, and they're at different frequencies, so it creates this sort of like moving light effect when you film it at 60 frames per second.
Right.
And I mean, there was a bit of digital editing to it, but absolutely no aspect of it is fully digital. It's completely... I had to turn the black part of it darker with like contrast editing, but
right.
It's all practical, like the
Wow.
Stranger Things intro on Netflix.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
That's completely practical.
Huh.
There's people that do that stuff for a living, that just make TV
yeah.
show intros and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, of course.
I would kill for a job like that. Maybe I could get a job like that.
Of course. Maybe. Of course you can.
I'd be interested to see if there's like a group in Toronto that does that. I would work for them. Or maybe I would just move out to LA and do it. Whatever. No big deal.
No big deal. Just move to LA. It's a tricky thing because it's like you want to go where the work is, but there's a lot of other people also where the work is. So
yeah,
you increase the opportunity, you increase the competition. So.
Going from city to city is no problem for me. I would have zero issues with that.
Yeah, you don't get homesick?
Of course I get homesick, but I could always visit.
That's true.
I'm not necessarily like, excellent at saving my money or anything, but if I had a job and it was like I was living with a roommate or something,
right?
I don't see it being a problem.
My brother and I have frequently discussed just dropping everything and going traveling and seeing things and finding somewhere.
Where would you travel to?
Well, there's a lot of places I would like to go. One place, obviously, on Chris's bucket list is Japan.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been into Japanese culture. He knows Japanese.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
He's not an expert at it, but he can speak it, and being a World War II buff myself, there's a lot of places in like Central Europe that I would like to visit. Germany, France, Austria, that kind of thing. So.
The only place in Europe I've been to is Italy so far.
Oh yeah.
I haven't gotten to travel much. I'm not big on traveling in general. I mean, like, I could do a move, like a full move to a different city. And it would, again, have to be a city. I'm a city boy through and through.
Yes, as romantic as the countryside sounds, I need certain, certain amenities.
I mean, it's not even that romantic to me. All the bugs and animals and stuff, like, no thank you.
Yeah. Well,
I would rather get to a hospital within 5 minutes.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I'm a huge arachnophobe, so I feel you there.
Oh yeah.
That's always been the thing.
But yeah, I think I could go travel. I want to go to, my next thing is England though. I want to go to the UK and see Ireland, England, Scotland, all that stuff. See them kingdoms.
There's those kind of areas. That's homeland for me basically.
Yeah.
So huge on my list. Yeah, I really like traveling. I'm just not very good at it. I have
not good.
Yeah, well, I have motion sickness issues. So
that's right.
Being on certain transportation affects me. Like I can't go on boats, for example, and really long plane rides bother me. So I really like the idea of traveling. I love when I get there, but the actual like plane rides and stuff like that are tough for me. Oh, I should have cast a spell. I should have used the
Oops. train rides for me, I think are the best.
I've never actually been. Well, I have been on. That's not true. I've been on a train, but I've never been on like a long, purposeful train ride.
Like a straight up a whole day, or
yeah, like I've been on like we went to like a tourist town and we rode on a steam train, like, but it was a purposeful like touristy steam train sort of ride. It wasn't like, oh, we were going to Montreal or something.
I was just gonna say, the train ride for me that I usually do is Montreal. I did one in Italy that took quite a while to get across the country.
Oh yeah, that must have been beautiful, Lisa.
Yeah, if I wasn't like reeling from how angry I was about that whole situation, it's an interesting story actually. I'll tell the story right now, but
yeah, go ahead.
It's really interesting. I was fuming. So
okay.
The story. So we were in Italy, in Rome specifically. We had just gotten there the day prior.
Right.
And we were going to go to a few different cities, big cities in Italy before heading out to the country where my family is from and staying with family. The idea was we would just enjoy a few cities and then go see family for the rest of the trip.
Right. Okay. Obviously that didn't go as planned.
Well, what happened was... Oh, you're overloaded. You're over encumbered now.
I am over encumbered, so we're gonna go sell off all of these like random shields and crap we've picked up.
Excellent. Yeah, so when we were in Rome, the second day, we packed our bags. We got to the train station because we were going to take a train to, I believe, Florence.
Right.
And we were standing in line for, like, I forget what to do. We were just in line with all these other people. And the machine wasn't working. Something wasn't happening. My mom knows Italian. And she just like didn't understand what was going on. We were all just like very confused. And our train was about to leave. Like it was like 10 minutes until it was going to leave. And we were still standing in line to do whatever. And I didn't know what was happening. I was pretty young at the time.
Right.
I was like, what is going on? What is happening? And my dad was just like, you know what? Let's just go. Let's just get on the train. There was 1 minute till the train was going to leave. Right. They were announcing that it was about to leave. And we all ran with our suitcases and our bags. And we were running for the train, running across this whole, the whole station, across the platform, everything. And we just get on and the doors closed. Oof. And my dad had the tickets on his phone. He had like all the numbers and everything on his phone.
Right.
And so he thought like maybe they'll read this and they'll get it, and so he tried it and it worked. But I was still angry that all that stress and confusion happened in the first place. I was so upset.
Right.
It's like, how can you just like not do your research before time, you know? And I never let go of that.
Right.
I get very stressed when I travel very easily. So if it's like, if not everything is thought of and organized first, unless I'm on my own, I'm gonna be angry.
Right. I just gotta put the time into plan, right? That's when that's when you run into trouble when you don't
exactly
take that time. So
you gotta understand the countries you're going to.
Yeah, you gotta understand that. Especially if you try to go there for vacation, it's not relaxing. If you get there and suddenly you're not relaxed because you haven't planned properly.
Yeah, so. It's not much of a vacation at that point. Nathaniel, have you been watching Jeopardy?
I have.
The new host, I forget his name. He's got a very breathy voice like me.
I've only seen clips of it. I'm working my way through
all the other
Trebek archive stuff, of course. But,
I see.
I have seen an episode here or there.
The host, the current host, guest host, is he's from some sort of news thing.
He's from 60 Minutes.
60 Minutes? Okay.
Yeah, Bill Whitaker.
He's got such a breathy, soft voice like me. And I just keep thinking to him, like, you gotta project, man. You're speaking too softly.
He's from a very conversational. I don't know if you've ever seen 60 Minutes, but it's a very conversational kind of
Yes.
program. So
Yes.
I think he's got a decent voice for what he does. So.
Oh, absolutely. But I still think like whenever I'm watching, I'm like, dude, you gotta speak up, please.
A little louder.
A little louder.
I wonder if that's ever an issue on the show. Like, if the contestants are like, I can't hear what you're saying. I guess they can still see the clue though.
Well, the episode that I watched of Jeopardy, none of the guys were answering any of the questions. None of the contestants.
Oh.
They were like having trouble even guessing what anything was. They were like just not getting it.
Right.
It was a little bit sad and pathetic to see, honestly.
Yeah, there are games like that.
And so I was thinking, like, do they just not hear him? He needs to speak up.
Yeah.
And my dad was laughing when I said that. I think for me, voices and projection, and not just that, but like accents and impressions of people's voices are so interesting to me. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube about accents and dialects and stuff like that. It's all such an interesting study, you know? Know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean. That's what Tolkien. That's what was Tolkien's day job. He was a professor of language and linguistics.
Was he?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's
that
why,
explains Elvish.
That explains Elvish. Yes.
Which I don't know how to speak.
Or
Do you know any Elvish?
Actual name. Not really. No.
No.
I adore languages, but I think I lack the patience to really get into them. So.
Do you know any other than English?
Only words here and there. I think I mentioned
okay.
I studied Spanish when I was in high school. Obviously, I took French, like most people did.
Right.
And
you understand conversational French, though, right?
I do. And I can understand conversational Spanish too. If you, I don't know if you speak Spanish.
Si je te parle en français comme ça, tu peux me comprendre?
Yeah. So if you said, if I speak French, you'll understand, or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah. Yeah, so like a sentence like that, I can follow along. It's when they get to esoteric things that school wouldn't have covered. So.
Yeah, like if you're watching the news in French, you're gonna be like, well, I'm at a loss.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm like that with Spanish, even though my whole family speaks Spanish, and I don't. A lot of my family lives in Montreal, so for Christmas I usually head there. So that's why I was born.
Yes.
So when we're in Montreal, we speak French to each other because that's just the language of the area, you know?
Right.
And it's the language we all have in common. My grandparents speak Spanish and French and Italian.
Right.
My mom speaks all four: English, Spanish, French, Italian.
Wow.
Yeah, she's impressive. So does my uncle. Both my uncles, actually. So yeah, we have to speak one language in common, and that is French at the time. So in general, when my grandparents are there, we speak French.
Right.
And my French is not excellent. That's the other thing, is I did not learn it very well. I learned up to like grade 5 or whatever.
Right.
So my level of French is pathetic. Baby mode. Everybody laughs at me when I speak to them in French. If they're actually French.
Right. That's the thing too, is that native speakers are really good at intuiting whether or not... Damn, we did it.
That's it?
We got all 5. Never mind. Okay.
You're literally the coolest person I've ever met.
Thanks.
You did the first trial with no issues.
No issues at all.
There was no like, oh, I don't, there was none of that.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I said, once we got into the game proper, there isn't going to be any of that, so. Okay, well, yeah, we got all of the sigils, so no one's gonna be able to beat us to it. So, Eos, Tinos, Naxos, Kanos, and Panos. And then we're actually going to head all the way back up to where we encountered Pegasus, if you remember that.
Right. Yeah, we got to do that because we have feather, right?
Yeah, we need to grab a bunch of feathers so we can make stamina pills.
We have spears.
Yeah, we have spears. Yeah, so we made it through those chumps with you know, not needing stamina pills or whatever, but for the tougher opponents, we're going to need to be able to cast all kinds of spells, and paladin spells rely on stamina. So, they don't use the mana meter like wizard spells do, so. And the paladin spells are just so much better than the wizard spells, so.
Why do you think that is?
Oh, it's harder to become a paladin in this game. Yeah, you can select... That's actually part of the game. You can select wizard at character creation, but paladin's a secret class.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. In order
That's super cool.
In order to become a paladin, you have to do very specific actions in the second or third game.
Wow. It takes that long?
So... No. You become a paladin in the second or third game. I'm just saying...
Oh.
There's certain actions you have to do.
So I'm not understanding something. Give me a second.
Okay.
So you're saying that at the character select screen you can choose a class?
Yeah. So there's wizard, warrior, and thief.
Wizard, warrior, and thief.
Yeah.
And then do you have to choose one of those specific ones to become a paladin?
Thieves can't become paladins, because paladins have to be honorable.
I see.
Yeah.
But any of the other two can?
Yes.
Wizard or... Okay.
Yes, they can.
Are there any other secret classes? Or is it just that one?
No. Paladin is the secret class.
the sound effects when you're in that shop are so weird. They still freak me out.
Wow. A lot of the sigils are very overpowering. So.
Alright. So now...
So like I said, we're heading off to see Mr. Pegasus. And then we're gonna complete the rite. So...
You should put the spears in that slot.
Oh yeah, I should. That would be a better idea, wouldn't it? Look at you coming up with the good ideas. A long march ahead of us here. And that's it. The Rite of Freedom is complete. All we have to do is show one of the sigils to the guard. And bada bing, bada boom. So
we just have to show one. What if you only do one of the villages?
Unless you do the one that Gort goes to, Gort will beat you. Gort finishes it faster if you only do one village. The only way to beat Gort is to either A, go to his village first and make sure you beat him to it, which obviously we did, by accident, or B, do all of them. So
do all 5, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
and then Logos will say, oh, you know, the Prince of Shapir went above and beyond the Call of Duty kind of thing. So
nice. I can't wait to hear that. I love when people say we went above and beyond because that's what A+ is.
That's right. There it is. That's what this is all about.
Dude, they should make S rank in school.
I always wondered about that. I wondered legitimately if that was a cultural phenomenon thing in Japan or something. Like if that was...
S rank? I'm pretty sure that's just a video game-ism.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure too. But you never know.
Oh. Whoa. Nice backflips, man.
Yeah, my guy's a secret
yeah, no
gymnast,
kidding.
apparently.
Whoa!
Clo
These
Closet
3D
gymnast.
backgrounds are crazy.
Yeah. Here's some of that, like, just beautiful sort of passion art.
This looks like it's troublesome to navigate.
This mountain in particular is really annoying. So, on the other hand, he makes the Tarzan noise when he swings across the vine. So,
Hell yeah! I'm so excited to hear it.
okay, so we should grab. Well, we got 20. Okay, that should be plenty. Okay, we're good. We can get out of here now. Okay, so now we're gonna make a stop to the market. We're gonna go ahead and get ourselves some stamina pills, and we're also gonna buy some more food because we're all out of food.
Oh, I thought you had to get the feathers from the actual Pegasus. Is it just flying around?
Yeah, he's just chilling.
Can you ride on him?
No, I'm afraid not.
Aww.
Only Hercules may ride on Pegasus.
Dang it. There's this brand that I really love. It's a jewelry brand called Macabre Gadgets.
Oh yeah?
They make the most gorgeous jewelry.
Okay.
Like gold, pearls, marble, silver, like sterling silver. Gorgeous stuff.
Right.
And it's extremely expensive.
Oh yeah?
But I did get a pair of earrings for $200 from them. That are real pearl with real gold. And it's some of my favorite jewelry to wear.
Wow.
But there's a ring that I want called the Apollo ring. For obvious reasons, I need it.
Very obvious reasons, yes.
Yeah, and yeah, it's this gorgeous ring that's like carved out, like it's like the bust of a Greek sculpture, and it's got like gold crown of horns.
Wow.
And it's beautiful. It's white marble, and it's
now you say it's really expensive. What are our usual prices? What are we usually looking at here?
Usually for what?
I don't know. I want to get.
Good to see you again.
I want to get my mom a necklace for her birthday. What are we thinking about price wise?
A nice necklace that's not gonna stain or rub off. That's gonna be like $200 to $300.
Okay, that's not horrible.
No, it's not terrible at all. And I guess these necklaces truly aren't that bad in that case, but still, I don't make a lot of money, so.
Hey, thanks.
It's a little expensive for what I do in my life.
Right.
Let's see here if I can find the rings. Because I just love jewelry so much. I'm big into accessorizing.
Yes, I know that about you, of course.
It's like a streetwear, punk rock streetwear thing. You gotta put lots of jewelry on. Necklaces, rings. Here it is. So it's a ring. You can buy it in any size, they'll carve it for you. But it's $243 for a ring.
Right.
And it's made with bonded marble and gold-plated sterling silver.
Whew, okay. So, this bulletin board here near the Hall of Kings has 4 sections. The leftmost section is current events.
Okay.
The one next to it is Island News.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is Rights of Rulership, and the last one is Silmaria News. So
Wow.
Silmaria News right now has Justinian dead and Robber arrested. That was us. We did that.
And then Karos freed, Eos freed,
Yeah.
all those other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, see, as villages get freed. So as the game will progress, things that we do will end up getting put onto the board there.
Nice.
We get our name mentioned. We're true VIP styling.
Silmaria News. Nice.
You have
So we're gonna fill
completed
up
the
that whole
Rite of
page, right?
Freedom. You
Yeah,
will soon be
basically.
summoned to the
Pretty
Hall
soon.
of
I'm
Kings.
excited. I'm so
We're
excited.
doing moves-worthy stuff, so here we are in the Hall of Kings.
The Prince of Shapir has freed the village from the invaders. He returned to the gates of the Hall of Kings before all others. He is the winner of the Rite of Freedom. It is with great sorrow that I must now speak these words. One of the 5 who compete in the rights of rulership has fallen. Kokino Pukamiso was found murdered outside of the city, beside a broken dragon pillar. He sought to free a village and win a throne. He lived with honor, but fell by foul means. He will not be forgotten. The Rite of Freedom has ended. You will all be summoned for the next Rite of Rulership. Farewell.
Oh no.
Last Kokino Pukamiso. 5 began, 4 will continue. Why was he murdered? Who murdered him? This is one of the things we'll have to find out eventually.
Dear God.
But when A+ returns, we'll be beginning the second Rite of Rulership, the Rite of Conquest. So that's coming up soon.
Remember to like this video because you watched it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not almost all the way. We got an end slate thing and an after the end slate thing, but
of course.
You pretty much watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
All the bulk of the video is done.
Yeah.
Today's comment. Nathaniel, you come up with what they should comment.
Okay.
What's the question?
Tell us of a cool travel experience you had.
Oh yeah.
It could be stressful, it could be super joyous. Not where you went, not your vacation experience, just the travel experience. You know, your time at the airport, your time at the train station, that kind of thing. Tell us about that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to read some of these.
Yeah, we'll comment back if we think we find any cool ones.
All right, everyone. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Oh, we didn't tell them to subscribe.
Oh,
no! Now they're not gonna.
Now they're gonna do the opposite.
No, wait! Don't unsubscribe. We have more videos coming tomorrow or something.
Yeah, or whenever the schedule is. Insert schedule here.
I'm not gonna reveal that.
Replace this line with a line of me saying, "Here's the schedule."
Yeah. Actually, take the whole video away. Mm-hmm. Excellent. All right, now put up the schedule.
Yeah.
And keep it there for 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now take it down.
Beautiful. Oh, dodge that bullet.
Yeah. Now everyone knows. No more questions asked.
Yeah.